Alright guys, so welcome. Okay. So definitely right now we have already been seeing that market has been a little bit slower, but certainly it has been giving us a clear direction that the tendency for today that we are going to see on the market is certainly that prices should be weakening and going lower. And one of the main reasons we are seeing that as a great possibility to happen is as simple as the positivity that has been coming out from the trade deals between China and US, and that is certainly a good thing, I would say it's a great momentum coming out from the market. Okay, and with those kind of market movements, I will be expecting to see that the market will be reacting positively, and we are expecting to see bigger and greater market movements happening from here on. Alright, so let me check if is everything okay. So it seems that my camera isn't on, so let me just reactivate it for a while, guys, before let me get started for today. Alright. Okay, shouldn't be any problem for now. Alright, so let us get started. So for today, I think market movement hasn't been much, and I wouldn't say that there has been a meaningful market movements that we have been seeing for the last few days, guys. And why I am saying that, because if we are watching carefully how the market has been moving so far, we haven't been able to see a greater clarity in terms of market movement. And why I am saying that, because since prices hasn't been able to break higher than 3,350, we started to see that market has once again started to move on a sideways here. And that really shows you guys that the tendency, the market movement that we are going to see is the possibility that prices will be ranging for most of the time. So if you guys have been watching since Tuesday market, and let us remind ourselves that tonight we'll be having the CPI news, which will be quite a big news. And there will be 4 categories in terms of these inflation numbers. So first of all, we are going to focus more on the yearly inflation number, and that is certainly a key criteria, and a lot of people are watching through these numbers. And second is also the core inflation on a yearly basis. So everything is still pointing out towards higher inflation, and that's the reason why we haven't been able to see a lot of gold market movements happening. And based on that alone, I think we could actually start seeing a good possibility that the gold market movement will be moving much faster after we could get a clearer confirmations coming out from the Federal Reserve, where I think that's the only way we could start seeing gold prices to start breaking out 3,350, 3,400, because most of the sentiments that is happening right as of now isn't a lot of big things. And certainly, to be able to see that, we are going to need 2 key criteria coming out from the market, and definitely one of it is certainly needs to come out from the interest rates decision. And first, we need to see a weakening labor market. If labor market is still strong, we are not going to see a lot of market movements happening in terms of interest rate decisions. And second, we need to see that inflation numbers should be lower. So these numbers that will be coming out tonight isn't a good thing, and that's why we have been seeing that the gold market has been a little bit weakened and hasn't been able to show us any clear momentum or any clear movement for now, guys. I think that's the main reason we are seeing those kind of movements, and we are going to need bigger sentiment. But so far, I'm seeing that upside movement will be very limited in the long run, so I will not be expecting that the gold market tonight will be strengthening. Instead, I'll be seeing that the gold market will be weakened for today, guys. Alright, so that's my view for today. And if you guys asking me how is the gold market has been moving for tonight, so actually tonight we haven't been able to see a lot of great market reactions appearing on the market. And why is that the case? Because personally, we have been seeing that starting from Tuesday right around here. So let me just adjust it to 1 hour time frame charts. So what really happened since Tuesday alone itself is actually a pretty boring market, so to say, because this is the start of Tuesday market. So around this price, yep, right around here. Okay, so you guys could see that on Tuesday market, after trying to break out higher, we have been seeing that prices has at the very least gives us something where we see that prices are weakening and then strengthening. At least there's a little bit of a market movement that we can utilize on its own. But after entering today, in the anticipations of the news, we have seen that market movement has been a little bit slower and been ranging between 3,330 towards 3,345. And in that case alone, it seems that price movement has been a little bit limited. And if you guys have been trading for quite some time for tonight, I believe you guys are experiencing the same thing as well. So I think it's going to take some time before we do actually see a clearer or even a greater market movement happening from here, guys. Alright. But if not, I think we are going to see that prices will still be ranging for now. Especially, we are going to see the news opening out in another 1 hour and 45 minutes. It's going to take some time. It's exactly at the same time where we started our VIP live session. So if you guys wanted to get access on my VIP live sessions, you guys can click the link on the video descriptions and chat me, guys. Alright, because I'll let you guys know how you guys could get access towards it. But for now, if you guys are asking my opinion, what are your views for tonight's market? So my view for tonight's market is certainly very clear. I'm seeing that prices should be weakened for today, and definitely before the news we expected to see a little bit of a ranging market as part of the game, as we always know that before the big event is coming out on the market, we are likely to see that market movement will be a bit slower, guys. Alright, so I think that is a very true scenario for tonight. We have already been seeing, yes, prices has been dropping, that's true, but the ranging has been building up a little bit of an uncertainty whether that momentum could be continuing. And so far from what I'm seeing, I'm definitely expecting to see that the gold market movement will likely to have a rebound first before slightly to go lower later on tonight. So if you're trying to take the point of view starting from today, so today has been actually quite slow market, especially after entering the Asian session, so it's London session. Prices has been moving lower, but I would say it is not building up a very good chart pattern for now. So I would say that right now we are going to expect that the market movement will at the very least rebound towards this area before we see prices starts to drop again on the market. So that is my expectations of the market for now, before we actually start to see any further bigger market movements. And overall, the news that we have been receiving since last night has been very positive. I don't really see any chances for gold to break new highs or be bullish for tonight, especially with the news upcoming for tonight. So I'm definitely expecting to see that the market movement will be a little bit bearish for tonight, guys. But definitely I'm expecting a little bit of a rebound before we start to see any bigger market drops happening later on. So what's your view on the market, guys? So are you guys bullish or are you guys bearish on the market? So bullish, okay. So if you guys have any ideas or any suggestions that you guys think, alright, I'm thinking that we could actually start to see that the gold market should start to drop, you guys could let me know on the discussions on the chats. I'll be reading. And if you guys do have any questions about what my views are, I think I've been explaining it very clear, and you guys should have got a little bit of idea what I'm trying to tell you guys. And certainly I would say that the gold market movement will likely to be bearish for most of the time. So on the best case scenario, we'll see that rebound happening. If not, prices should be immediately going down lower, because if I'm trying to view from the 1 hour time frame charts, it seems that it's pretty clear for us to actually see that once prices breaks down below 3,330, we could actually start to see signs of price breakdown from the support area at that price. So I will definitely try to wait out, see whether prices could sustain 3,330, similar as what we have been seeing last night on the VIP live session. If I'm going to be bullish on the gold market, I'll make sure that I'll be waiting to see prices on gold break out 3,350, which didn't happen at all, and prices has been ranging. And it seems it's also the similar case that we are seeing from the gold market for tonight. If prices didn't break down below 3,330, we are not going to see a lot of market movements. Alright, so if we are trying to see based on news what has actually happened, what really happened is basically we started to see that the news has been showing us that President Donald Trump has actually been saying that the United States could use tariffs. Alright, so that's certainly the key thing I would say. And other than that, I would say nothing much has been coming up from the news side. Positive news is coming up from the trade deals. So I think all of those are a very positive news coming up from the market, and based on that alone, I think should be warranting the bearishness for gold for tonight at the very least. Especially we are seeing that inflation has been a little bit elevated, and mostly it's also imparted due to tariff issue. So I really see a big chances for the gold market to be weakened more. That is certainly will be the case, guys. Alright, so on the news side, nothing much for tonight and for today, I guess, other than PPI's inflation on Japan, but nothing much or nothing recent, I would say. And I will expect to see how the price reactions will be working at 3,330, guys. So on the best case scenario, a rebound will be happening, giving us a better chances of a better entry point. If not, prices should start break down lower. So I think if you guys are preparing to do shorts, try to pay attention so whether prices could break down below 3,330. Alright, so far we are very close towards that, but not a lot of greater confirmations are appearing on the market. So I think for now I'll be waiting yet again to see better confirmations on the market, guys. Alright, still waiting 3,330. So far, prices are still a little bit slower. We'll see how that goes. Nothing much for now. Okay. So prices are already breaking down lower. This is a very good time to start your shorts, guys, as prices continues to drop, and we'll see whether this price action continues. And right now we are watching through the 30-minute time frame charts, so definitely I'm expecting that the gold prices should be heading lower from here onwards, guys. Alright, so I'm expecting further drops, and let us discuss what is happening on the silver market for now. Alright, so silver market has actually been reacting very positive, and like I've told you guys multiple times that silver prices has been quite explosive. And since we also do notice that prices has been a little bit slower around these ranges, I'm definitely expecting to see that the silver prices should start to slow down, at the very least pull back towards $35.70 in the long run, towards $35.60. But afterwards, we started to see a good possibility that could be happening in the market. And why is that the case? Because with gold market started to weaken, we could actually start to see a little bit of pullback towards the $35.60 area right now. And with the current price movement that has been slowing down, we have already been seeing that prices has been weakening, and we are seeing good chances that prices should be heading lower with how market has been moving. And definitely, if you guys are asking me what are my thoughts, I will definitely say that with how the market movement has been moving on the gold, I will be expecting to see that silver market will be weakening, especially right now we are watching through the 1 hour time frame charts, and there's actually a very key clear market movement that is happening around this price. So as prices breaks down $36.40, which has been quite a strong support area for the gold market, it seems that this is a good time for us to actually start seeing the possibility that silver market will at least drop back towards the $36 area for the very first support, and for the second support I think it will be heading towards $35.90. So I'll be expecting to see how the prices will be reacting towards the $36.16, where the prices could start breaking down lower. If not, we are going to see prices will be ranging, and we could actually start to see gold market movement also ranging. Okay, so I think both market situation is very much important for us to actually gauge and try to see how the market reactions will be dropping from there onwards. If prices on gold starts to drop, we could actually see the continuations happen on the silver market as well. So we'll try to see how this works, and definitely I will be waiting to see further confirmations happening at $36.17. Alright, so let us see. Definitely my view for today has been a little bit bearish, And if you guys have already been watching through the markets as well, silver market, yes, the tendency has been a little bit stronger and a little bit bullish compared to gold. But certainly when the volatility comes, we could actually see prices could be hitting a little bit lower, like the ones that we have been seeing here. $36 has been hit, around $36.02, and we could actually start seeing that kind of possibility happening on the market. So we'll try to see how that goes. For me right now, the $36.16 has been quite a strong support. Outright love to see how price reacts towards those price support. If prices still are able to hold itself pretty well, I don't really see any chances for silver prices to drop as much as I would be expecting coming up from the silver market, guys. Alright, I mean on the gold market. Okay, so definitely I'm a bit bearish on gold, a little bit neutral on silver, as the momentum has been quite strong on that market side. So what are your views, guys, on the market right now? Prices have started to play back around 3,330 area, and it seems there is a little bit of a support bouncing back. So we'll try to assess the situation as things goes. But certainly when the weaknesses appear on the gold market, usually one of the key themes that we would be watching throughout the market is the possibility that the US dollar index will be strengthening for tonight. But it's not the case that we are seeing for today, as we have already been seeing a lot of updates happening at the market, and I think that is the main reason we haven't been able to see that the US dollar index has been strengthening as much as people would be thinking, as trade deals is certainly will be affecting the market, especially in the US dollar index, and this is definitely one of those moments that could be truly reflecting what will be happening on the market. And yep, gold is still weakening. Silver prices are still trying to break down lower, so I will be waiting for that confirmation happening. Right, so let us see. Okay, so silver prices starts to break down. Good chances we could see these continuations happening also on the silver market. So we'll try to see how that goes. Personally, I'm seeing this is a good chance for us to finally see a little bit of slowdown on the silver market. As I've told you guys, I will be expecting to see weaknesses appearing on those price. And once that happens, that could really change a little bit of the view. For now, if you guys are considering to do some trades, make sure you guys have put in a very good risk-reward ratio, as prices will try to rebound for now. But prices has been ranging this much over the past 3 hours, so I think I will be trying to pay attention to see how the price actions will be moving around those, and see how market will be moving next on that price, because certainly gold market has been dropping a little bit faster and much better, so I think the momentum on this market will be much better to see prices going lower. And definitely right now, as prices started to rebound, so that's why I'll be a little bit cautious, guys, as we are entering sessions before the news in another 1 hour and 20 minutes plus. So I definitely will be expecting that silver market should be rebounding. So I think I'll stay put for now on those market. I'll be expecting a rebound first before we can start re-executing our trades on the short market. And if you guys have already been doing some shorts, you guys could be considering to take some profits first before we can see further market reactions, because silver market movement has a little bit stronger, as we have already been telling you guys, and definitely I'm expecting that should be reflected on the market movement that we could be seeing on the next few hours, guys. All right. So if you guys are enjoying our session so far, and you guys have been able to make some good executions, get some good profits, you guys are welcome to follow, subscribe, and give us your likes and thumbs up. And definitely if you guys are thinking you guys wanted more exclusivity and more guidance to you on how you guys could trade, you guys are also welcome to check out the link on my video descriptions and chat me that you guys wanted premium signals, and I will give you guys that for free, and I'll show you guys how you guys could get it for free. Don't worry. And definitely one of the main things that we have been looking so far is the possibility of a drop down, which has happened so far. Once prices breaks down, I've already been telling you guys as well. So if you guys have been watching and following our live streaming sessions, I believe that most of you guys are already in big profit if you guys open a huge lot size. But if not, don't worry, there's always another chance in the market. I'll be expecting a rebound first before we could start seeing prices go lower on later market sessions. Definitely any implications coming out from the CPI news, whether it's positive, whether it's negative, that could be really bringing huge volatility on the market. And definitely I'll be expecting bigger market movements could be happening after the CPI news. As you guys always know, that CPI always brings a big significance on the market. Alright. Alright, seems that prices continues to go lower. Maybe we'll try to see how things will be moving until the end of our live streaming sessions on this silver market movement, whether there's any good chances that could be appearing on the market with us together on the live streaming sessions. Alright, so far I'm not really convinced yet. The market movement hasn't been that well. Prices has been ranging between $36 and towards $36.25. So definitely I'll be a bit cautious, try to see how that moves, guys. Alright. And definitely with the weaknesses appearing in the market, I'm expecting to see a little bit of strength coming back on the gold market, which has happened. So I think that's a good sign. And definitely with the US dollar index starts to rebound, I think we'll be trying to take a look on what could be possibly happening there. Alright, so the internet has been a little bit lagging. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so far I'm not really seeing any clear signs on silver as always, and gold, the tendency is likely to be weakened after breaking down lower 3,330 for today. Alright, so we'll see. Prices should be able to rebound first for now, so that's why I've been suggesting to you guys could actually consider to take some profits first, because definitely after seeing those market reactions, market movement will be a little bit rebounding after weakening from the top 3,344 towards 3,330. I would say it's a 140 pips movement, but overall we are likely to see a rebound first. So for safety reasons, if you guys are entering at lower prices to do shorts, I would suggest that to you guys, you gotta be careful. Good chances we will see that prices should be weakening first for now, and better market movements could happen later after the news arrive on the market. So let us try to discuss what is happening on the US dollar index. Alright, so what is happening on the US dollar index? Because if you guys are watching through the 1 hour time frame charts, you guys can actually see what has been happening. And if you guys have been following our live streaming sessions for quite some time, I've always been telling you guys I'm a little bit bearish on the US dollar index, and that hasn't changed. And until now, we have been seeing that the US dollar index has still remained quite the same. And this only shows us one thing, that the US dollar index are preparing to move in a bigger directions and a clearer momentum once we started to see the CPI data came out. So the CPI data will be a very key move on the US dollar index, as we haven't been able to see any great market movements happening on the US dollar index. And I think it's primarily due to the anticipations of the CPI data, and the CPI data will be dictating how will be the next market movement happening on the PPI numbers, because PPI numbers has actually been giving us a little bit of a conclusion based on what is happening on the inflation CPI data, because those data is correlated one another, as inflation is impacting not only just consumer, it's also impacting the producer, and what's happening on the consumer side should be happening on the producer side as well. So I think we are going to see bigger and better market movements once we started to see a clarity on the inflation news tonight. Alright, so it's in another 1 hour and 15 minutes plus, so we'll see how that works. Alright, but certainly if we are trying to analyze what has been happening, US dollar index has been moving on a sideways since last week. Since Friday, we've already been seeing prices ranging between $98.80 to $99.30, and that gives you a little bit of a sense what could be happening. If prices starts to be a bit stronger, maximum we'll see prices will be touching $99.20 towards $99.30. If prices will be going down lower, maximum we could see prices hits $98.80. And if the news is certainly a very positive news for the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates, we could actually start to see the US dollar index breaking down the support that it has been holding very much well over the past 3 days, starting from Friday. clarity for the gold market, US dollar index, and possibly also on the cryptocurrency market, guys. Alright, so I think all of those are correlated, especially risky assets, towards the market movement. So I would love to see how that works. Okay, so with that, since most of the anticipation is likely to see that the inflation should be going stronger, I would say we are going to see the US dollar index will be moving higher for now, and that should be able to help to see that the gold market should be a bit weakened. But instead, I think mostly we are going to see how the market will be anticipating on the news, and that's why we haven't been able to see a lot of market movement. So I think we're going to see a little bit of a slow market until the end of our live streaming sessions on gold as well as the silver market, with those kind of anticipations. And definitely it will be a bit harder to trade on the silver market. As I've told you guys, the ranging is a bit wider than you guys will be expecting on gold. So I think if you guys are focusing to do shorts, I'll make sure that you guys try to focus on the gold market rather than silver market. And if you guys are trying to do longs, maybe your chances could be appearing on the silver market. Just for today, guys. Alright. So if you guys are enjoying and you guys have been getting a little bit of insight on what could be possibly happening, you guys could definitely give us your thumbs up, give us your likes, and don't forget to follow and subscribe. And if you guys wanted to get this kind of premium signals, you guys are welcome to click the link on the video descriptions and chat me for those premium signals, and I'll be sharing it with you guys for free. Right. So the conclusions, I'm expecting that the US dollar index will be strengthening, and we're going to see that the gold market will be rebounding first for now after weakening for quite some times, and later hours we'll see that the US dollar index will be falling down. Alright, so that's my view. Meanwhile, silver market, I'll be expecting it a little bit neutral, moving on a range, so I think I'll be a bit careful on those markets too. Okay, so I think since we've already been discussing the US dollar index, let us take the chance to actually try to take a look what could be happening also on the other currency market. As you guys know, once the one currency market movement has been moving, we could actually start to see the implications on the other currency market. So let us try to take a look on the currency strength charts. So based on the currency strength charts that we are watching, we could actually see a very clear trend for tonight. Well, most of the currency has been moving in a distinctive way, and we are actually looking at a good possibility that the US dollar index will be moving stronger, and we can compare it against the weaker pair such as Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, as well as the Japanese yen. But we could also try to trade against the US dollar with the strongest pair that is coming out tonight, with the Swiss franc on the first place for tonight and followed by the euro strength. So we can try to trade long on euro USD, and we could also try to trade long on the trade short on the US dollar CHF, US dollar GBP USD, USD CAD, USD Japanese yen, AUD USD, and NZD USD. So today, more of the market movement is a little bit distinctive, even though the market movement has still a little bit slower, but certainly we are seeing good chances for that to happen as well. Alright, so I think I'll be trying to take a look, try to see how that will be happening. certainly one of the main things that I've been watching so far is the possibility that the market movement on the currency market today has give a little bit of a momentum, even though it's not much. As you guys could see, the maximum movement on the left hand side of the window, you guys could see maximum is 20 points, lower side is 30 points. So I think we could actually see a little bit of a bigger market momentum appearing on NZD USD, AUD USD, with the ongoing momentum weakening for now. As well, for the long side, Euro USD could be the contenders for now. Alright, so let us try to take a look and try to see where that brings us next. And if you guys do have any questions about what I've been discussing with you guys are always welcome to chat me on the chats. I'll be reading. If you guys do have any questions, or you guys wanted to have a discussions about what you are facing on a trading problem side, you guys are always welcome to share your story or share your problem, and I'll be happily trying to help you guys with that. Alright, so let us try to see AUD USD. Since I'm seeing the momentum weakening has been quite consistent. Alright, so I think this is a very good chance. And why I'm saying that, because personally we have already been seeing that Australian dollar USD has already been hitting record highs for this year, just this year, and not record highs I would say, so it's this year's high. And certainly right now we are right at the top, and this could be a very good short idea to do the short positions on the trades, even though it wouldn't be giving a lot of market confirmations until prices break down lower than 0.64993. We could actually say that tonight the momentum has been leading towards the weaker Australian dollar. That is certainly the case. And we are actually looking at also the NZD USD has been weakening a lot. So I think those two markets could be a very good idea to short, where you are trading against the biggest momentum of weakening and the biggest momentum of strengthening, and you guys could pair it up. And I believe that with the ongoing momentum, this could be the right chance for you guys to short on both of these currencies for now. Meanwhile, on the long side, like I've already been discussing with you guys, Euro USD has actually been one of the great long positions, but so far I've been seeing that market has been a little bit slowing down again. So I think I'll be reconsidering on that side. With the current price actions that we are watching, the tendency is likely to be moving on a sideways between 1.14 and 1.144. So I think I'll be skipping this for now. And probably USD CHF, I think it's primarily coming back from the strength reappearing on the US dollar index, and that's why we haven't been able to see momentum has been going very well. So I think the safest options for you guys to trade on the currency market for now should be coming out from the weakening pairs against the US dollar, instead of trying to find the strongest pair against the USD, where the current momentum of strengthening is appearing on the US dollar index. So I think if you guys are asking me what you guys should be doing on the currency market trades, on the forex trades, I would say that you guys should be trying to trade on the AUD USD and NZD USD for now, as the current momentum is heading towards that directions for now. So I think you guys could try to check that out for your short ideas for tonight. AUD USD, NZD USD, and I believe GBP USD could also be one of your choices as well. But I think the weakest pairs could be giving you guys the biggest momentum and the continuations of the trend. So I would suggest to you guys, if you guys are trying to trade on the currency market for tonight, AUD USD, NZD USD. Until something changes, guys, that certainly will be the case, guys. Alright, so you guys could try to take a focus on those pairs. Alright, so for now, if you guys have any questions about the market, you guys are welcome to chat me on the chats here. If not, if you guys love what you guys have been hearing so far, thank you very much for your likes and support. And definitely, if you guys love and you guys wanted to watch us more out of me, you guys are welcome to follow, subscribe, and don't forget to share this video with your friends, because I believe sharing is caring. And right now we are also sharing with you guys analysis about what is the current market conditions. So you guys could actually share this with your friends or anyone that you guys know that who is interested to trade or interested to learn how to analyze the market together with us. they are certainly welcome to join our live streaming sessions together, and you guys could actually ask the questions together with me as well. Alright, so you guys are welcome to do that. But for now, I think our main focus will still be back on the gold market, as a lot of people are expecting the gold market will be moving volatile. Yes, I certainly do agree, but on what kind of circumstances that volatility could be benefiting us. So I think the best case scenario is if the momentum is showing the clear momentum for the short side on the short term, also on the long term, because long term wise we've already been seeing sideways with the tendency of weakening, and short term wise if it is also bearish, that could be a great recipe for a great profit positions on the market, on the gold market especially. But for now, as we have already been expecting, prices will start to rebound, trying to build a consolidations after falling out that much, and we are likely to see bigger market movements after the CPI data came out on the market. Okay, and it's also happening on the same thing on silver, so I think I'll try to see how the price will be moving after the CPI data on silver, and we'll try to find a good entry point for gold market once we see signs of weakness appeared on the market too. And so far I haven't seen anything for now, so that's why we are still waiting for greater momentum happening on the market. Okay, prices starts to go back below 3,330. That is certainly a good sign. Let's see how the next market reactions work. Okay, prices keeps on rebounding, so nothing much for now. Okay, so it seems there hasn't been a lot of changes on the gold market. The prices tends to be a bit slower before a big news is coming on the market, so we'll see how that works. But personally, I'm seeing this is actually a good chance to build up a chart pattern that could give a good entry point and a better risk reward ratio, and it usually will be the case on the market, guys. Alright, so we'll see how that works, and I believe we have already been watching through some of this market here. So I think for now we'll try to analyze what's happening on the oil market, since there's a big issue happening, and I believe it's coming out from the oil market as well. But overall, we are still seeing very positive signs appearing on the market. So let us try to take a 1 hour time frame charts to view how the market movement has been moving. Right, it's a little bit lagging the internet here. Alright, so let us try to view with what we have here. So far, we have been seeing that prices has been building a good consolidation span at $64.76, and that has actually proven a very strong support, as prices once hits those prices multiple times before rising back towards the $66, and it actually has hit our price target at $66.30 towards $66.40, and I'm expecting to see that prices could even launch higher. As I've already been telling you guys, I've been seeing a lot of signs has been showing that the oil market is ready to push higher, and a lot of signs are appearing to see that the oil market momentum is there and it's likely to go higher, especially with how the news has been moving on the all news yesterday, and at the same time we also see the positivity coming out of trade deals. So that is certainly a good case of scenario. And also last night we haven't been able to see a lot of news on the oil side, so I don't really see any greater market momentum that is impacting the market. So everything should be moving very well on the oil market, despite that slight backdrop where prices has been reconsolidating. But if you guys are watching through the daily charts, just to show you guys and see much clearly on the market, so this is the market movement that we have been watching on the daily charts, and a potential $70 price target could be hit at the end of this year, with positive talks on the trade deals that could really reignite demand for oil, and summer is here. We should be able to see oil prices could be hitting $70 on the near future on the next few months. If not, at the very least, we could see prices stays elevated higher than $60. That will certainly be the case on the market, guys. Alright. And if you're back on the 1 hour time frame charts to actually see any good potential for short-term momentums that we could utilize for swing trades on day trading, I believe that right now could be a very good time to do some buys and try to aim for the last night's high at $66 and 40 cents could be the next closest price target and the resistance as well. And I believe that should be not a big deal for the oil market, as we've been seeing the positivity that has been coming out of the oil market. Prices has been building up and breaking out of the consolidations after 2 months plus, guys. So I think that could be a very clear signs coming out of the market, and all the trends has been showing that prices are heading higher. So I don't really see any big reason to see that oil market couldn't go higher than $66.40. Alright, so that's certainly a very clear point on the technical analysis point of view. After consolidations breaking out healthy pullback, and then prices right now starts to go back higher. And so if you guys are asking me, bullish on all market, guys, that's certainly the case. And back on the gold chart again, as I've told you guys, I'm expecting to see a rebound, maximum towards 3,340 area, and we'll see how that goes at the new sessions, whether prices could start breaking out 3,350 higher or starts to break down lower than 3,330, because that is the most important price technical analysis for now, because otherwise we could only be seeing market movement will be ranging. All right. So if you guys are enjoying our analysis so far on all of our analysis, you guys are welcome to follow, subscribe, and don't forget to give us your likes and thumbs up. Thank you very much for your support. And if you guys are interested to ask me any questions, you guys are welcome to chat me on the chats. And so far I haven't been seeing any questions or any discussions that you guys are asking me, so I think that's a good deal. But definitely if you guys have any questions about the market, you guys are welcome to chat me. And you guys could definitely share this live streaming sessions with your friends, so that you guys could actually interact with me live here on the live streaming sessions together and ask me any questions. And definitely if you guys have any trouble trading on your own, you guys are also welcome to chat me, and I'll be happily try to help you guys as my best as I could. Okay. And definitely if you guys are interested to get this kind of trading plan, premium signals, you guys are welcome to check the link on my video descriptions, click on it and chat me how you guys could get this for free, and I'll let you guys know. And definitely I'll be talking more on the VIP live sessions about the insights, because I couldn't be speaking too much here, because there will be a little bit of restrictions on the public side. So if you guys are interested to get more insights about the trade deals between US and China, and also what's happening around the world, you guys are welcome to chat me as well on the video descriptions, and I'll share you guys the link for the VIP live sessions tonight. Okay. Okay, so the prices on gold are still able to rebound as expected before the release of the event. So we are likely to see the market movement will be a bit slower for now, and I'll be expecting bigger market movements later on, as I've told you guys. And I also expect the same thing could be happening on the silver market movement. So silver market should be able to hold itself pretty well compared to gold. Meanwhile, the gold market movement has been a little bit weakened and has been moving on a sideways since Tuesday, so since yesterday. So not a lot of great market movements happening there. And with the remaining time, let us try to see how things has been happening on the currency market. And so far the market movement has been a little bit limited, so that's why I don't really prefer to do a lot of trades there. It's going to take much more time for us to see bigger results, and it's a little bit slower, but certainly the momentum is still weakening for Australian dollar and as well as the New Zealand dollar, but the movement is slightly a little bit limited. Maybe after the CPI data came out, we could actually see instant drop happening in one candlestick in this 1 hour time frame charts. If not, I'm guessing it's going to take some time before we see that market movement. Same thing for the GBP USD, but pound sterling started to rebound. US dollar Japanese yen maybe could start go higher from here, as the Japanese yen is still remaining stable. We are seeing good chances for the US dollar Japanese yen to do a long. What else is on the books? US dollar CAD could also be one of it too, but nothing much for now. So I think because short momentum AUD USD as well as the NZD USD, then definitely I'm expecting that the move will start to give bigger market reactions after the CPI data, after seeing how the market has been moving so far. Okay, so we can see that the momentum of weaknesses are still appearing in the Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar, and with how things has been going, it seems that prices are starting to break down important support area for the Australian dollar as well as the New Zealand dollar against the USD. So I think this is a really good sign if you guys have been trying to follow through the market actions that we've been talking since the early part of the sessions. Meanwhile, we started to see that the gold market has been rebounding as expected, and right now market is still slowing back a little bit 40 minutes before the launch of the inflation data. So we'll see how that goes. Personally, like I've said, we could actually get a good entry point after the rebound happened. We'll see how that goes. This could be the signs that we are expecting. Silver market is also still moving in a little bit of uncertainty. Oil market bullish. I think there's no words that could change that view on the market for now. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. Personally, signs of slowing down is appearing in the gold market, and it seems that prices couldn't go back towards 3,340, and it seems that prices should be slowing down for now. So we'll see how that goes. So if you guys are enjoying our live streaming, and we've really been updating you guys what's the most recent things, how the market has been moving, Forex, commodities, oils, you guys are welcome to follow and subscribe so that you guys don't miss out on the next live streaming sessions, as I've always been telling the full details on the early part of the sessions, and we'll be monitoring how the market movement works at the end until the end of our live streaming session. So if you guys don't want to miss out, and you guys think this is a good chance that you guys don't want to miss, don't forget to follow and subscribe. And if you guys are enjoying it, you guys could give us a thumbs up, give us your likes, and you guys also could share this with your friends. and anyone that you guys know who is interested to learn how to trade or learn to analyze the market, and you guys could actually ask me questions together on the chats. And definitely you guys could ask me any questions about trading. Certainly that will be the case, and sharing is caring, and certainly right now I'm sharing my analysis with you guys so far. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, just drop it on the chats, guys. All right. Alright, so in a few minutes I'll be ending my live streaming session, so let me give you guys a little bit of a recap what could be happening until our live VIP sessions could be starting. And if you guys are interested to get the info how you guys could get access on my VIP live sessions, where I'll be sharing exclusive insights about trade deals, what's happening around the world, geopolitical tensions. Since I couldn't be sharing too much here, you guys are welcome to click the link on the video descriptions and chat me for the VIP live sessions. I'll be sharing you guys the link. And so far, what we have already been seeing on gold is likely to be moving on a sideways, 3,330 towards 3,340, and we are going to see much clarity after the news is released, and we could expect more market reactions afterwards. If not, I'm expecting the market should be ranging again. That's the view on the silver market. Meanwhile, on the gold market. Meanwhile, on the silver market, we are also going to start to see much more clarity whether prices could start breaking down below $36.16, or prices could start being back high at $36.50. And on the oil market, I think nothing much is needed to say it. Prices has been moving very well. Prices are going higher and higher. $66.30 has already been hit, and I'm expecting prices could be hitting here soon. And meanwhile, on the currency market trades, I think it should be continuing very well. and prices has already been continuing going lower, and indications has been showing that prices are still heading lower on AUD USD and NZD USD. So I don't really see any doubt about that, and US dollar Japanese yen could start to go higher, and it's been breaking out as I've told you guys, so pay attention on those trades with the current momentum ongoing there. Okay, so I hope that helps you, and if you guys do have any questions about the market, you guys should have been asking it me by now, but so far I haven't received any questions. That means everyone is good and understanding what I've been telling you guys, so that's a good thing. And if you guys wanted to get access on my premium signals like this one and for free, you guys could click the link on the video descriptions and chat me for it, and I'll show you guys how you guys could get it free. See you guys on my VIP live sessions, if not tomorrow here at the same place at the same time. See you guys, bye.